Meanwhile, at the Cresford Ridge Manor in the living room, Lucy and Tristan are in a hug. Just as Tay came in. I cannot believe this is happening. And as Lucy and Tristan pull away and turn and face Taya. Me neither. John was a great man who didn't deserve this. What's gonna happen to your job? The good news is I can come back to work, but till my trial comes and I'm clear of these charges, Wynn will be the acting chief of staff. Meanwhile, in Brian's room, Sharon's looking at Brian, who's asleep peacefully. And as Tyler came in and went to where they are. He looks peaceful, doesn't he? Yeah, he is. And as Sharon got up and came to where Tyler is, and they in turn went and left Brian's room, with Tyler closing the door. And as they head towards Sharon's room and arrived, and as they went in, with Tyler closing the door, and as he turned and went to where Sharon is, just in time for her to turn and face him. How are you faring? Honestly, angry, hurt, and oi, none of this in any way is your fault. Meanwhile, at the Bayside Diner, Gwen and Eric are talking. Thank you for getting me out of there. It just got too real. Yeah, I know. My grandfather was a great person. And the thing is, Ashley must have been real calm after hearing the news I told. What do you mean by that? I saw her reaction, and that really makes me worried about her. Meanwhile, at the Hollywood Cider Club, Justin's having a beer. Just as his brother came to where he is with his beer. You mind if I join you? Sure. And as Thomas came and sat at the table with Justin. So how's things with Cassie? I haven't heard from her for quite some time. Has she done this before? Yeah, when we were in New Orleans, but not too major. Till now. Meanwhile, outside the Grand Pub, Jennifer got a taxi and saw Michael at the door and went to where he is. I'm glad you decided to come, which means I have a few conditions if you're going. Let's talk on the way there. No, I'm letting you know this now. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in the waiting area, Emily went and got herself a cup of coffee. And as she has a flashback of her, Rita, and Lauren talking. The father of your son, Emily, is no other than Thomas Collins. Now it makes sense. What do you mean? My mom was right all this time when she said Kyle just showed up after I miscarried, which I always found strange. And as the flashback ends, just as Ryan came to where his daughter is, and she saw him. Dad, where is everyone? They're getting some fresh air, processing what just happened. Dad, if there's anything I can do for you, yeah, you're here, and that's all what matters, okay? And as Kevin and Tamara came to where they are, and Emily and Ryan saw them, I saw the news. Please tell me that's not true. John can't be gone. Meanwhile, in the empty patient room, Janet and Paul are talking. Okay, we'll go to plan B. Besides, other than busy trying to wipe out the Grams and good charms, I still need you. And as Paul came to where Janet is. Alright, I gotta admit, we both strive to get what we want exactly. So why stop now? There is one thing I need help for. Name it. I want to break up with Joseph. I think I can help you with that. What do you mean? And as Janet and Paul begin kissing each other, just as Stephanie came in and saw what's going on, and as she slammed the doors, stopping both Janet and Paul, and as they pull away and turned and saw her there. What the hell is going on here? Meanwhile, in the other patient room, Olivia and Carl are talking. Well, it doesn't change that you're working for them undercover. Why would you say something like that? Because I know that Wayne and Linda killed my parents, and now losing my grandfather, it's really too much to even think about. Yeah, I cannot believe he's gone. It's just not fair. And it's called King and hug Olivia and while he's holding her. Damn right it's not fair. Point of the matter is, we're gonna get through this together. Meanwhile, outside in the hallway, Patrick came to where the patient room is and is about to open the door, but saw Carl and Olivia in a hug. And as he turned and head back, walking down the hall towards John's room. Soon, he arrived in his room and went in and saw Angela sitting on the bed, who in turn saw him. Hey, how you holding up? And as Patrick came and sat next to Angela in bed. I don't know. It seems like I lost the only man who's got me through life itself. Meanwhile, at the Crestwood Ridge Manor in the living room, Lucy, Taya, and Tristan are talking. Don't worry, those charges will be dropped real soon. I'm not worried about that. You want to see the Grams? Yeah, they must be devastated, so I'm gonna see what I can do. Anyways, I'll see you two later. And as Taya went and left the room, and as Tristan and Lucy continued talking, thank you, by the way, for, oh no, it was Carly and Bobby that did all the work. I just agreed since I'm on the board of committee. Thank you. Meanwhile, in Sharon's room, Sharon and Tyler are talking. I just feel so damn helpless when my grandmother is suffering beyond belief. I know what it's like to lose someone you care, but she has all her family here to keep her strong. You're right. I should have spent more time with him. We all did. But the fact of the matter is, he will always be here in our hearts forever. I have to go to the hospital and see what I can do. I'll go with you. No, I want you to stay here and look after Brian. I'll be back, alright? Okay. And as to begin kissing each other and pull back, I'll let you know if anything else happens. And as Tyler went and left Sharon's room, and as Sharon also went and left her room and head back to where Brian's room is, and went in, heading towards Brian's bed with Brian in there sleeping. Meanwhile, at the Bayside Diner, Gwen and Eric are talking. I'm pretty certain she was more shocked than everyone in that room. Yeah, you're right. Either way, most of Los Angeles probably heard by now. He's helped so many people in many ways I can never forget. Ever. I can make a list of the things he did for us. His wife was always watching me every move, but I knew they want us to be happy in the end, so they intervened in many occasions. Yeah, including getting us back together, and it made me realize that we belong together in every way, but either way, we're gonna have to tell Nicholas about this news. Tell me what? And as Nicholas came to where Gwen and Eric is, and they both saw their son. Meanwhile, at the Hollywood Cider Club, Justin and Thomas are talking. I don't even know. I mean, one minute she says she can't live without me, and the next she's distant and cold and can't stand. You think there's another guy? There better not be. Yeah, imagine that. How's your marriage with, you mean our brother illegally married to my wife? It's going well, but I tell you, I'm prepared to do whatever I have to because I am not gonna lose Maria, which is why you should have Cassie follow to see if she's cheating on you. Actually, I'm already ahead of you. I phoned Harold about it, and he's gonna get every detail to what she does when I'm not around. Ooh, sounds like someone's worried about something. And as Vanessa came to where Justin and Thomas is, and they both saw her, Meanwhile, outside the Grand Pub, Jennifer and Michael are talking. Okay, what are these terms you're speaking of? I don't want to be mentioned at all about this in any way. I'm the one who's about to do the procedure. No, you're only doing this because you're taking the easy way of something that's complicated. I cannot have a baby with a man who sleeps with my sister. But the real question is, what prompted you to change your mind about coming with me? Let me answer that. So you can stop me? Because if that's the case, please do one and I'll do this by myself. Look, I don't agree to what you're doing here, but that's not really my call. But you're not doing this alone. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in the waiting area, Emily, Tamara, Ryan, and Kevin are talking. Somebody start talking. Son, please tell me it's not true. When I first heard this, I didn't want to believe it either. But Quinn told all of us. I have only known him for a year, and this happened. We are all hurting. And do you know why, Emily? The fact is, the Collins is roaming about causing destruction to wherever they want, and it's going to stop. Why are you lot always blaming that family when it may not be them? How would you know that? All I'm saying is, John could have died from natural causes. Are you really expecting us to buy that? Because if so, you're more delusional than ever. My grandfather's death was related to stress, and we all know who caused that. Meanwhile, in the empty patient room, Stephanie, Janet, and Paul are talking. I'm sorry, who might you be? That's my girlfriend, Stephanie. I can't be gone for a mere second, and you have your tongue down her throat? Really, Paul? It's not what you think. You're right. It was you. And as Stephanie looked at Janet, you need to step up now, or else what? And as Stephanie came to where Janet is, ladies, stop. Janet, you shouldn't have done what you— Oh, come off that already. You wanted that kiss as much as I did. Besides, you're the one who came onto me first. Listen to me and get this through your little brain. Paul belongs with me. Thing is, Stephanie, I already have a man of my own, which you will lose if you don't steer clear of my man. Meanwhile, in the other patient room, Olivia and Carl are talking, and as they come and sat in the bed. So Linda and Wayne were the ones that killed your parents? Yeah, it would seem so. How did you find out about that? I did a lot of research when I was in rehab because I couldn't see sense after learning my parents was killed in an electric storm. Who told you that? Someone who did not want me to know the truth. So, apart from trying to be a family, you want to destroy Linda and Wayne. I want them to feel what they've done to me and thousands of victims out there. So the grand question is, how did you manage to work for them undercover? Without them, I made a deal with the DA where my sentence will be reduced to nothing if I expose Linda and Wayne for what they've done. You're still going through this, aren't you? Meanwhile, in John's room, Angela and Patrick are talking. You and John have a strong bond. Yeah, just like Isabella. And as Joseph came in the room, and Angela and Patrick saw, where is he's been taken to the morgue? I cannot believe this. I only know my grandfather for a few months and, oi, he would want you to be strong. And speaking of which, my dad has something for you. Is there anything I can do to help out with the funeral plans? They're already been taken care of. And as Isabel and Vince came in, just as Angela got up and went to her purse and got an envelope and went and gave it to Joseph. Thank you. Joseph. And as Joseph turned and faced Isabella, I need to talk to you. Okay. And as Isabella and Joseph went and left the room, while Angela came to where Vince is and hugged him. And as he held her, and as they pulled back, what was that for? I really don't know what I'd do if I lose you. Meanwhile, at the Crestwood Rich Manor in the living room, Lucy and Tristan are talking. You know, just because we have Brian doesn't mean we should stop on having Are You Thinking along the road. That's what I'm talking about. And the best part, That's what I love about you being my husband. We're always on the same page. But for now, I will let you know. Take your time. I got nowhere to be. Anyways, let's go see how Brian is faring. And as Lucy and Tristan turned and went and left the living room. Meanwhile, in Brian's room, Sharon's looking at Brian, who's still asleep. You are going to have a great life because you got a lot of people who care about you in ways you couldn't understand. And even though your birth parents aren't here, you also have two amazing people who love you so much and do anything. I'm glad to hear you say that. And as Lucy and Tristan came in, and Sharon turned and saw him, I mean that. Where's Tyler? Oh, he's at the hospital to see how his family is and wondering what he can do there. Meanwhile, at the Bayside Diner, Gwen, Eric, and Nicholas are talking. Come on, Mom and Dad, out with it already. I'm not a kid anymore. We can see that. So tell me, what's going on? Is it about my grandfather? What have you heard? Look, I know what happened because my friends and I saw it on the news. And as Gwen got up and went and hugged her son. I'm so sorry. And as she pulled away and went and sat by her husband. And as Nicholas went and sat across from his parents. I'm sorry we weren't the ones that it's fine. How you holding up by all this? I'm handling it as best way I can. Look, mate, you don't have to pretend I'm not. It's obvious the Collins were behind this, and from the look on you two's face, it is true. Meanwhile, at the Hollywood Cider Club, Vanessa, Justin, and Thomas are talking. So let me get this straight. You think Cassie is cheating on you? He doesn't know, but I will soon. Honestly, I don't even trust her. I just want some proof if she is cheating so I can confront her about it. Otherwise, the two of you will be fighting, right? The thing is, we've already been fighting since late last summer. And as Justin looked at Vanessa, I know that look, Vanessa. Lucky for you, I concur at the moment. I cannot believe our parents tried to kill you, and too bad it's not gonna stop me from finding out what's on that island. Meanwhile, outside the Grand Pub, Jennifer and Michael are talking. Thank you so much. Don't thank me yet. Do you know what clinic we're going? Yeah, and furthermore, once this is done, I don't want to remember this at all. Then don't go through this. I have to do this, okay? You really don't have to, but in the end, it's your choice. Thank you. Let's go. And as Jennifer and Michael head back to the taxi and got in and closed the door, and as they depart away. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in the waiting area, Emily, Tamara, Ryan, and Kevin are talking. We don't know for sure it was Frank, Mimi, Linda, and Wayne. Can you be certain of that? All I'm saying is, blaming them is not gonna change things as we know it. You just don't get it, Tamara. They have been plotting for decades to destroy our family. Not to worry, you two. I refuse to let them walk on my dad's grave. I agree. Look, clearly this is gonna change everything in motion. But John wouldn't want us, then you don't know him at all. He will do anything in his power to keep us safe because that's how noble he is. Meanwhile, in the empty patient room, Stephanie, Janet, and Paul are talking. I am not interested in Paul. Really? Then what the hell did I just walk in on? All right, you get your damn tongue down my boyfriend's throat, kissing him and all. Stephanie, it meant nothing. She's just, I know very well what she wants. A real man, which she can't get. I am not gonna stand do one. And as Janet turned and went and left the room. And as Paul went to where Stephanie is. Look, I was the one who came onto her. Don't blame her, okay? I already know. Just like I know that she doesn't want Joseph. Meanwhile, in the other patient room, Olivia and Carl are talking. I have come too far to let them get away with killing my parents, but I also have our son to think about. You want justice for what happened. I get it. Really, I do. I know you don't want. Actually, I do. Really? Yeah, in fact, I want to help you take them both down. Thank you. Anyways, I'll let you get back to Patrick. Actually, I was kind of hoping to come back to the flat with you, if it's alright. Meanwhile, outside John's room, Isabella and Joseph are talking. So what's going on? I want you to do speech at the funeral. Are you certain? Because I barely know them a few months. It doesn't matter, because you're family to me in my eyes. Meanwhile, in John's room, Angela, Vince, and Patrick are talking. Where's Olivia? Oh, I saw Carl. I'm guessing he knows about John. He's not even related, and as Joseph and Isabella came back in. Actually, he is. What do you mean by that? Angela and I did some research on him. It turns out he's Alistair and Tiffany's son. Wait, did I hear right? Carl's actually a Graham? Yeah, I didn't want to believe it myself, but it's true. So all of you lot knew and didn't say nothing. Hey, it's no time to overact. You know what? It doesn't really matter. Look, the thing is, his parents was killed in a horrible accident. Nothing really surprises me in this town. And as Angela, Vince, Joseph, and Patrick all went and left the room, and as Isabella went to the bed where Dad John was in, and as she thinking, mark my words, Dad, I promise you that I'm not gonna let your death go in vain. Those Collins will pay for everything they've done to us.